Lyra Voss Kale gripped the dropship's overhead rail and hauled herself aboard. Boots thudded on the deck. She scanned for her assigned seat amid the assault team's stacked gear. Her eyes locked on the nameplate. Voss Kale. Beside it, strapped tight in full combat harness, sat Sergeant Jonah Kale. Her husband, rifle cradled like an old friend. No diplomatic markings. Frontline assault position. She blinked. "Jonah, you're with the Vanguard?" He glanced up. Calm brown eyes met hers. No smile, just a nod. "Seats filled up, Lyra. Grab yours." Her crest feathers ruffled. Logistics officers rode midship, safe behind screens, not shotgun with infantry. She expected a shuttle escort, not her human liaison embedded with killers. She dropped into the seat. Straps bit her shoulders as she yanked them tight. The hatch hissed shut. Engines roared to life. The dropship lurched skyward. Comms crackled in her helmet. Commander Severin Rule's voice sliced through. "Voss Kale, confirm your human asset is secured. No heroics from that primate during descent." "He's your responsibility." Lyra's mandibles clicked. "Asset, that's what Rule called Jonah. Political marriage or not," the word grated. "Affirmative, Commander. Sergeant Kale is harnessed and compliant." "Good. Keep him leashed. We drop into hot LZ. Your supply manifest better hold when we hit dirt." Static cut him off. Lyra side-eyed Jonah. He adjusted his rifle sling. Unfazed. Humans always looked small next to Krenvar frames. Narrow shoulders, flat faces. Underestimated. Useful for alliances, not firestorms. The squad stirred. Lieutenant Heshtal, across the aisle, locked eyes on Jonah. Her squad leader's spines bristled. "Human. You fly point? This isn't your sim drills." Jonah didn't flinch. "Standard op, Lieutenant."
"I've dropped hotter."
Hesh snorted. "Hotter than Vexari flak. Your kind breaks first." Lyra tensed. Hesh measured threats like prey. Jonah just checked his mag pouches. Silent. Dropship shuddered. Altitude alarms whooped. They punched atmosphere. Lyra's stomach flipped. Krenvar ships danced flak with grav shields. Humans brute forced it. Jonah leaned close. Voice low. Steady. "Harness check?" She patted her straps. "Secure." He reached over anyway. Fingers tested each buckle. Quick. Precise. No fumbling. Good. Helmet seal. He twisted her collar lock. Click. Air hissed pure. "Listen up, 10 seconds. Flak hits, we brace here." He tapped the deck strut between them. "Impact, roll left. Your sides got less crumple. Exit starboard ramp first, cover fire from me." "Got it?" Lyra nodded. Simple, brutal. No frills. Her briefings ran minutes. His instinct. "Got it," she said. He settled back, eyes forward, like he briefed breakfast. Hesh watched, spines eased a fraction. "Rehearsed that?" "Every drop," Jonah said. Alarms screamed. "Incoming!" Enemy flak bloomed outside the ports. Plaza blooms in void black. Dropship bucked. Shields flared violet. Lyra gripped the strut. Jonah's hand clamped her forearm. Steady as rock. Boom. Hull rang like a gong. Direct hit. Port nacelle venting. Pilot barked. "Brace! Brace!" The world inverted. G-forces crushed Lyra into her seat. Straps groaned. Sparks showered from panels. She tasted blood. Mandible split on impact teeth. Screams cut the roar. A squad mate's harness snapped. Body tumbled aft. Jonah moved. Unclipped in one fluid yank. Grabbed Lyra's harness release, but not hers. His arm hooked her waist, dragged her sideways, slammed her against the brace point. His body shielded hers. Brace. She wedged knees into the strut. Clutched his arm. Metal screamed. Dropship spun. Centrifugal force pinned them. Another hit. Deck buckled. Lights died. Emergency reds pulsed. Crash imminent. Pilot yelled. 5, 4. Jonah's voice cut through. On my mark. Roll. Impact. World exploded. Hull tore. Lyra's vision blurred. Jonah's grip never slipped. They slammed deck first. Inertia flipped them. He twisted mid-roll. Took the deck hit on his shoulder. Pinned her under him against the strut. Silence. Then groans. Smoke choked the air. Wreckage groaned. Lyra gasped. Lungs burned. Jonah rolled off, hauled her up. You good? She tested limbs. Crest throbbed, ribs ached. Alive, yes. You? Scratches. He scanned her. Thumb wiped blood from her mandible. Gentle, then gone. Rifle up. Ramp, now. Hess staggered upright nearby, arm limp. Human. You pulled her first? Chain of command, Jonah said. Flat, already at the breach. Lyra followed. Adrenaline surged. The dropship lay canted in mud. Vexari jungle loomed, vines dripping acid rain. Enemy fire cracked distant. LZ hot. Jonah kicked the starboard ramp. It fell open. Steam hissed. He dropped prone, scoped the tree line. Clear left. Contact right. Plasma bolts sizzled past. Squad poured out. The Shah barked orders. Suppressing fire. Form on me. Lyra crouched behind wreckage. Heart hammered. Jonah laid cover. Bursts precise, pinning a Vexari nest. No spray. Every shot dropped a silhouette. Captain Mirexado's voice crackled on open channel. Human advisor. Orbiting above. Kale. Report. We saw the hit. Down hard, Captain. Asset secure. Pushing to rally. Asset? Sato chuckled static. Voss Kale's the VIP. Keep her breathing. Copy. Lyra keyed her comm. Commander Rule, dropship Alpha crashed. Casualties light. Supplies intact. Rule interrupted. The human? Did he bolt? She glanced. Jonah reloaded. Smooth. Covered Hesh's advance. Negative.
He's holding the line.
Pause. Contain him. No independent action. Irritation flared. Contain? He just saved her hide. Hesh waved them forward. Kale, on me. Jonah fell in beside Lyra. Matched her stride through muck. Vines whipped. Bugs the size of fists buzzed. Vexari bioweapons. A squad mate screamed. Ambush. Vexari skirmishers burst from undergrowth. Chitin armor. Plasma lances. Contact! Hesh yelled. Lyra raised her sidearm. Fired. Missed. Vexari closed fast. Jonah shoved her down. Rifle bark. 2 Vexari dropped. Headshots. He pivoted. Third lunged at Hesh. Jonah sidestepped. Bayonet flashed. Gutted it mid-leap. Hirsch stared. Blood dripped from her arm. How? Reflexes like that? Training, Jonah said. Reloaded. Eyes scanned. More inbound. Flank left. He was right. Chittering echoed. Lyra fired again. Hit, this time. Jonah nodded approval. Small thing. Warmed her. They pushed to rally point. A burned Krenvar outpost. Squad linked up. Half strength. Supplies dragged from wreck. Rule's voice again. Voss Kael. Human performance? She hesitated. Watched Jonah hand out mags. Calm. No boasts. Effective, Commander. Effective. Rule sniffed. Watch him. Humans crack under prolonged fire. Hesh pulled Lyra aside. He moved before I saw the threat. Pulled you clean from the spin. Your husband? Lyra's crest flushed. Political match. Liaison. Hesh's spines relaxed fully. Political saved my squad. Tell Ray Lyra clawed through twisted metal. Acrid smoke burning her throat. Her claws scraped feralloy shards. Pain lanced her side. Cracked rib. Maybe worse. The transport's wreckage smoked behind her. Vexari plasma scars glowing orange. A figure stirred amid the debris. Jonah Kale. Her human liaison. Her political husband. He should be paced. The spin had flung them like rag dolls. Yet he rose. Leg trailed blood. Pants shredded to the knee. Rifle clutched one-handed. Steady. He scanned the tree line. Perimeter. Hesh. Left flank. Cover that ridge. You two. Suppress right. Lyra. Rally wounded center. Orders snapped crisp. No shake in his voice. Lyra froze. Crouched low. Vines rustled. Chittering rose. Vexari closing. Lieutenant Hesh Tal burst from a crumpled hatch. Spines flared. Blood matted her scales. Kale, this is my squad. You don't. Jonah tossed her a cracked datapad. Map glowed faint. Fire team leads yours. Breach east through the debris field. Burning fuel blocks their drones. Move on, my mark. Hesh snatched it. Eyes narrowed. Flicked to the map. Nodded once. Sharp. Squad. Angles as ordered. Troopers scrambled. Jonah knelt, fired a controlled burst. Vexari skirmisher jerked, chitin cracking. He didn't flinch. Leg wound soaked the ground red. Lyra staggered up, grabbed her sidearm. Jonah, your leg. Medkit first, later. He pointed. Trooper down, port side. Cover me. A Krenvar private writhed, leg pinned under wreckage. Plasma burns charred his armor. Vexari howls echoed closer, encirclement tightening. Jonah slung rifle. Charged low. Grabbed the private's harness. Heaved. Metal groaned. Private screamed. Lyra laid fire. Hit one Vexari. Lance clattered. Jonah dragged the alien free. Hoisted him fireman's carry. Rifle barked again. Two more dropped. Bursts tight. Hesh's voice cut through. Flank secure. Pushing east. Jonah pivoted. Trooper over shoulder. Fired from hip. Vexari line buckled. Break contact. On Hesh. Squad peeled back. Jonah last. Limping hard. Blood painted his boot. He didn't drop the wounded. They hit the debris choke. Flames roared. Vexari drones sparking out. Hesh waved them through. Clear. Lyra glanced back. Jonah lowered the private gentle. Checked vitals. He's stable. Move. Human. You carried Krenvlar like he weighed nothing. And that leg. Adrenaline. Jonah tore a strip from his shirt. Bound the wound tight. Stood. Rifle up. Scout ahead. Hesh spines twitched. Respect flickered. With me, Lyra fell in beside Jonah. His stride evened out. No limp now. She touched his arm. You pulled me from the spin. Before impact. How? Seat restraints. Physics. He scanned shadows. Vexari pattern. They'll probe, then mass assault. Rally points that outpost. Half-click north. Commander Rule's voice crackled over comms. Static heavy. Voskael. Report. Human asset status. Lyra keyed her mic. Transport down. Squad consolidating. Kale established defense. One wounded. Carried clear. Pause. The human? Injuries? Bleeding. Functional. She watched Jonah hand mags to troopers. Calm inventory. Rule snorted. Functional. Keep him leashed. Humans excel short bursts. They'll fold when Vexari dig in. Understood. Lyra cut channel. Irritation coiled. Jonah caught her eye. Shrugged. No protest. Hesh pulled her aside as they humped north. Muck sucked at boots. Vines lashed. He moved like he knew the ambush seconds early. Pulled you from spin. Carried Krenvlar under fire. Your husband? Political. Lyra's crest warmed. Liaison posting. Stabilizes fleet relations. Hesh barked laugh. Political just broke encirclement. Tell Rule he's squad, not asset. Explosions rocked behind. Vexari massed. Drones hummed overhead. Too late. They hit the burned outpost. Shells pocked walls. Squad linked remnants. Half strength. Jonah dragged crates. Distributed rations. Ammo. No orders barked. Just did. Captain Mirek Sato patched in. Human advisor. Orbiting relay. Kale. Sitrep. Joint doctrine holding. Affirm. Locals adapting fast. Perimeter solid. Injected stim. Sato's tone pragmatic. Rules flagging you for eval. Push back if they sideline. You're not bait. Copy. Jonah stood. Leg held. Lyra watched. Jonah treated wounds. Shared water. No boasts. Her chest tightened. Political match. That's what Brass called it. Her crest said different. Hesh sidled up. Kale's methods. Human standard? Classified. Lyra lied smooth. Watched Jonah calibrate scopes for Krenvar rifles. Troopers mimicked. Dixari probes hit dusk. Skirmishers tested wire. Jonah called angles. Suppress, don't chase. Troopers fired disciplined. Vexari peeled off. No losses. Rule commit again. Boss scale. Human restricting fire. Aggressive push now. Break them. No. Lyra firm. Kyle's conserving ammo. Vexari faint. Silence. Your call. But he's tool. Not commander. Hesh overheard. Spines bristled. Tool saved us twice. Listen to him. Night fell. Watches set. Jonah took double. Lyra joined him on overlook. Stars pierced clouds. His leg bandage seeped. Rest, she said. Can't. He glassed tree line. They'll night attack. Standard. She sat close. Shoulder brushed his. Warmth spread. Why marry into this? Humans have colonies. Safe postings. Joint ops. Build trust. He lowered binocs. Met her eyes. You? Duty. Crest flushed deeper. Stability. He nodded. No push. Vexari hit midnight. Full squad. Lances glowing. Jonah rolled left. Rifle chattered. Flankers left. Enfilade. Pivoted squad. Crossfire shredded assault. Jonah flanked solo. Bayonet worked close. 3 Vexari down quiet. Dawn broke. Vexari retreated. Wreckage smoked miles off. Rules shuttle inbound. Extract approved. Eamon to eval. Lyra stood by Jonah. No. Troopers murmured agreement. First. He's ours. Jonah cleaned rifle. Calm. Your command, Lieutenant. Rule landed furious. Spires rigid. Boss Kale. Explain defiance. She stepped forward. Jonah at her back. He saved squad. Broke patterns we missed. He's not tool. Rule-eyed Jonah. Leg wound fresh bound. Rifle spotless. Performance noted. But humans, unpredictable. Captain Sato's voice over open channel. Commander, doctrine test passed. Kale's metrics top percentile. Joint command shares credit. Rule deflated. Fine. Provisional squad integration. Ha 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 ha. Grinned spines. Told you. Lyra turned to Jonah. Hand found his. Squeezed. Thank you. His fingers closed gentle. Team. Crest burned. Not political. Real. Vexari war horns wailed distance. Next push coming. Jonah shouldered rifle. Perimeter check. She matched stride. Trust sealed in fire. Love kindled quiet. But Rule watched close. And Vexari didn't quit. Shuttle lifted, left them forward. Exposed. Jonah spotted it first. Inbound heavies. Prep demo charges. Nodded. Explosions rocked the ridge. Vexari heavies slammed plasma rounds into the dirt 20 meters out. Lyra dove behind a shattered crate. Jonah yanked her down beside him. Charges set. Blow on my mark. Hesh's squad sprinted for cover. Lances flared blue. They poured fire into the advancing walkers. Jonah slapped detonators. The ground erupted. 2 heavies flipped end over end. Wreckage rained shrapnel. Push to bunker, Lyra shouted. She gripped her sidearm. Crest spines tingled with adrenaline. Jonah covered their flank. Calm strides. Rifle steady. No wasted motion. They bolted. Squad mates laid suppressing fire. Vexari drones buzzed overhead. Jonah snapped off shots. 2 dropped smoking. The forward bunker loomed ahead. Reinforced plasteel, half buried in the trench line. Lyra slammed the hatch control. It hissed open. Inside, dim red lights flickered. Tech scrambled at consoles. Hesh's squad piled in behind. Jonah last, sweeping the perimeter. Clear. Lyra sealed the hatch. Alarms wailed. She pulled up the command slate. Fingers flew over the interface. Marital authority protocol, buried in wartime regs. Her wedding contract to Jonah, filed pre-war for Alliance Optics. Now it chained him to her unit. Legally binding. No transfers without her sign-off. She signed. Slate chimed confirmation. Jonah bound. Hers. A comm pinged. Commander Rule's face filled the screen. Spires flared red. Voss Kayel. Report. Bunker secure, Commander. Heavies repelled. Casualties minimal. Lyra kept her voice level. Jonah leaned against the bulkhead nearby, cleaning his rifle. Leg wound from Dawn still bandaged tight. Rule's eyes narrowed on him. The human performed. Impressive. But protocol demands transfer. To my flagship for study. Methods require analysis. Lyra straightened. Crest rigid. Denied, Commander. I've invoked marital authority under Article 47. Sergeant Kale integrates to my logistics unit. Wartime exception for allied spouses. Rule's mandibles clicked. Preposterous. That contract was political theater. Humans are variables. Unpredictable. Wartime protocol stands. Lyra tapped the slate. Document beamed to his console. He saved 2 patrols today. Squad vouches. Stepped into frame. Spines up. He's ours, sir. Broke Vexari patterns clean. Troopers murmured assent. Rule's gaze flicked to Jonah. The human met it. No defiance. Just calm focus on his weapon. Captain Sato's voice cut in. Open channel from human lines. Commander Rule. Joint doctrine metrics confirm. Kale's integration boosts efficiency 27%. Credit shared. Rule deflated. Spires drooped. Provisional hold, but I oversee. Screen blanked. Lyra exhaled. Jonah shouldered his rifle. Nodded once. No words needed. Text patched feeds. Supply logs scrolled. Vexari raids had gutted convoys. Losses at 40%. Lyra scanned routes. Jonah peered over her shoulder. Patterns here. They hit predictable vectors. Night cycles. She tilted the slate. Explain. Joint patrol. My squad ghosts ahead. Your lancers overwatch from ridges. Funnel raiders into choke points. Cut losses 60%. Hesh grunted approval. Smart. Beats. Static guards. Lyra ran sims. Metrics spiked green. Efficient. Bold. She keyed approval. Transmit to command. Rules calm burst back. Voskale, that plan risks my lancers on human leads. Metrics approve it, Commander. Patrol launches at dusk. Lyra cut the line. Jonah's hand brushed her arm. Brief, steadying. Her crest warmed. Alarms shrieked. Breach alert. Vexari infiltrators. Cloaked skulkers. Slipped past heavies. Bulkhead rattled. Sparks flew from a side corridor. Lock down, Lyra barked. Consoles locked. Hatches sealed on her command. Too slow. Three Vexari burst through a vent. Chitin blades gleamed. Plasma whips cracked. Hesh's squad fired. One infiltrator dropped. But the others flanked fast. Whips lashed. A trooper screamed. Armor melting. Jonah moved. Silent, he slapped corridor overrides. Bulkheads slammed down, funneling the pair into the main hall. Hesh, enfilade right. Lyra, overwatch left. Lyra raised her lance. Blue fire. Jonah rolled low. Rifle chattered suppressed bursts. Leg wound didn't slow him. He closed distance. Bayonet flashed. First Vexari jerked. Whip, severed. Second lunged. Jonah sidestepped. Drove steel home. Silent kill. Hesh's crossfire mopped the rest. Silence fell. Smoke curled. Troopers stared. Hesh lowered her lance. How? Corridors locked like that. Jonah wiped his blade. Standard drill. Funnel threats. He checked Lyra. You good? She nodded. Crest pulsed hot, not just capable. Loyal. To her. To them. Lieutenant Talot, Hesh, approached. Eyed Jonah's wound. Fresh blood seeped. You fight like you've done this 1,000 times. Training. Jonah shrugged. Humble. No boast. Sato's voice pinged again. Patrol plan greenlit. Human metrics uploading. Rule concedes. Lyra gripped Jonah's arm, pulled him aside. Away from eyes. That contract. It was optics. Before, his eyes met hers. Steady brown. Now it's real. She squeezed. His hand covered hers. Warm, human soft yet unbreakable. Crest burned brighter. Trust forged in breach. Love sparked in his calm gaze. Rule's shuttle beacon flashed. Inbound again, demanding oversight. Vexari war horns echoed closer. Patrol loomed. Jonah checked his rifle. Ready? She matched his stride. With you. But command watched, and infiltrators had friends. Dust swirled ahead. Jonah froze mid-stride. His hand shot up. Squad halted. Lyra's crest twitched. She scanned the ridge. Empty rock. Vexari haze. Jonah crouched. Finger to ear. Boot scrape. Left flank. Dust. Drift wrong. Hesh's squad tensed. Lances hummed. Lyra gripped her own. Jonah's eyes narrowed. Isty. No panic. Ambush, he whispered. 3 nests. Drone overwatch. Vexari warble pierced the air. Rocks exploded. Blaster fire scorched the ground. Hesh barked orders. Troopers dove. Lyra raised her lance. Blue arcs ready. Jonah yanked her down. One arm. Iron grip. She hit dirt beside him. His rifle barked. Suppressed cracks. Enemy fire walked past. Stay low, he said. Calm, like briefing weather. A glint flashed skyward. Vexari drone. Buzzing death. It locked on Hesh's position. Lyra's heart slammed. Jonah snatched a metal spike from his vest. Thumb-sized. Threw it. Spike arced perfect. Lodged in the drone's rotor. Machine wobbled. Jonah's rifle snapped once. Timed shot. Drone erupted in sparks. Crashed short. Hesh's voice cut through static. Flanking, fire. Suppress. Troopers poured blue lances. Vexari nests answered. Plaza bolts melting stone. Jonah rolled left, dragged Lyra deeper into cover. His free hand slapped her shoulder plate. Secure hold. Rifle never stopped. Burst. Burst. Pinpoint. One Vexari screamed. Leg shot. Down. Lyra fired back. Her lance carved a trench. Jonah nodded. Good angle. Shift right. She did. Blue fire raked a nest. Vexari scrambled. Jonah's shots dropped too. Headshots. Clean. Squad pushed. Hesh led. Her lance severed a whiptail mid-lunge. Troopers closed. Enemy broke. Vexari retreated. Whips cracking retreat signal. Silence dropped. Smoke hung. Jonah scanned. Rifle up. Clear. He lowered it. Checked Lyra. Hit? No. Her crest throbbed. Hot pulse. Watched him wipe sweat. Reload calm. Leg wound from before? Ignored. Hesh approached. Eyed the drone wreckage. Spike embedded deep. That throw. That shot. Unnatural precision. Her mandibles clicked. Skepticism sharp. Human reflexes exceed specs. Jonah shrugged. Packed the rifle. Practice. Any kid on my block could have done it. Lyra stood. Dust caked her plates. Crest burned brighter. She keyed her comm. Logistics Officer Voss KL to command. Formal commendation. Sergeant KL. Drone disable. Ambush detection. Fire support. Saved patrol. Hesh's gaze snapped to her. Officer. Logged. Lyra cut. Metrics don't lie. Jonah met her eyes. Small smile. Hand brushed hers. Quick. Warm. Her crest flared. Not optics. Real. Sato's voice pinged private channel. Nice work, Jonah. Uploading human patrol doctrine. Rules chewing hull plating. Hess signaled squad. Perimeter secure, but Vexari pulled back organized. Trap within trap. Jonah nodded. Dust said inbound heavies. We move. Now, they pushed on. Ridge descent steep. Vexari world. Red rock. Thin air. Lyra's lungs burned less with Jonah's pace. He said it. Efficient. Squad matched. Hesh flanked him. Watched every step. Halfway down. Sensors pinged. Rules shuttle. Inbound hot. Voss Kale. Divert patrol. Sergeant Kale reports direct to me. Lyra's jaw tightened. Negative, Commander. Patrol objective active. Vexari horns closing. Override. Human asset evaluation priority. Jonah glanced back. No reaction. Kept moving. Hesh muttered. Command leashes him. Like pet. Not pet, Lyra snapped. Crest hot. Partner. Shuttle roared overhead. Touchdown ahead. Dust storm. Rule strode out, flanked by aides. Tall crest rigid. Sergeant Kale. Front and center. Jonah halted. Squad formed up. Lyra beside him. Rule eyed the drone spike in Jonah's vest. Explain this drill. Humans detect ambushes via dust? Yes, sir. Jonah straight. Wind patterns. Sound shadows. Boots scrape different on scree. Rule's mandibles flexed. Unverified. You will demonstrate. Controlled sim. Hesh stepped forward. Commander. He just did. Live fire. Frontline opinion noted. Rule dismissed. Turn to Lyra, wife. Your attachment clouds judgment. This human, tool. Not equal. Lyra's crest ignited. Full blaze. Husband. Proven. Commendation filed. Rue stiffened. Aides shifted. Jonah stayed silent. Eyes on Rule. Calm brown. Sato's channel buzzed. Rule pushing for Jonah solo recon. Bait. Don't let it. Vexari horns wailed. Closer. Ground trembled. Jonah checked rifle. Contact inbound. Request permission to engage. Rule hesitated. Denied. Evac to shuttle. Growled. They'll flank us here. Lyra gripped Jonah's arm. Commander. Trust the metrics. Dust exploded behind. Vexari heavies. Armored brutes. Whips like chainsaws. Drone swarm rising. Jonah moved first. Pulled Lyra left. Rifle chattered. Dropped lead heavy. Hesh's squad fired. Blue arcs lit dusk. Rule dove for shuttle. All units. Defensive. Too late. Heavies charged. Jonah flanked right.
Spike throw. Another drone down. Rifle bursts.
2 more heavies crumpled. Lyra covered him. Lance fire precise. Crest synced to his rhythm. Ish joined. Human leads! Squad rallied. Pushed heavies back. Vexari faltered. Broke again. Rule emerged from shuttle. Dust-caked. Eyed Jonah. You. Anticipated. Patterns, sir. Jonah reloaded. Humble nod. Sato pinged. Joint doctrine approved. Human patrol standard. Lyra squeezed Jonah's hand. Open now. His fingers laced hers. Strong, unbreakable. Crest blazed, trust sealed. Love rooted deep. But horns echoed anew. Deeper, fleet scale. Rule's comm screamed. Infiltrators breached command deck. Human intel demanded. Jonah's eyes hardened. They're coming for the ship. Hess locked lances. We hold? Lyra nodded. Together, Rule barked. Shuttle lift, all aboard. Jonah pulled her toward it. Last glance at Ridge. Shadows moved. More than heavies. Something worse. Shuttle engines roared. Lyra braced against the deck as it lurched skyward. Jonah's hand clamped her shoulder. Steady. Shadows boiled from the ridge below. Vexari infiltrators. Sleek and silent, not the heavies. They swarmed the landing zone. Rule slammed his console. Pilot. Evasive. Human! Your intel missed this. Jonah scanned his HUD. Calm voice cut through. Patterns shifted, sir. Infiltrators adapt to evac signatures. Hesh locked her lance. They're climbing fast. Drones inbound. Lyra synced her crest to ship feeds. Supply manifests flickered. Ammo low. Medpacks rerouted. Her fingers flew. Priority shift. Jonah's squad first. Rule spun. Kyle, you bait them. Jump back down. Expose their climbers. Jonah didn't flinch. Reloaded his rifle. Suicide play, Commander. They'll shred a solo drop. Obey or you're relieved. Rule's crest pulsed red. Authority thick. No, sir. Jonah met his gaze. Even, my squad lives to fight smart. Hesh's squad tensed, eyes on Jonah. Skepticism cracked. Rule jabbed a claw at Lyra. Your pet human defies me. Voskale, leash him, or lose your commission. Lyra's crest flared. Jonah's calm anchored her. She patched logistics net. Supplies rerouted, Commander. Human squad at full combat load. You dare? Rule loomed. I'll report this insubordination. Political marriage won't save you. Shuttle bucked. Drones clipped the tail. Alarms wailed. Jonah pulled Lyra behind a bulkhead. Rifle barked. Drone shattered against the hull. Hesh fired beside him. Precise arcs. Lyra covered them. Lance pierced another drone. Metrics favor joint hold, not bait. Rules snarled into comms. Fleet command, priority, human expendable. Authorize, Sato's voice cut in. Human advisor, patched from orbit. Negative, Rule. Joint doctrine. Jonah's proven. Shuttle docked hard. Airlock hissed. They spilled into the hangar. Vexari breach alarms blared. Red lights strobed. Rule grabbed Jonah's arm. You go out there. Draw fire. Now. Jonah shook him off. Gentle but firm. Pulled a token from his neck. Human oath medallion, etched steel. Pressed it into Lyra's palm, warm from his skin. Your call, Lyra. Send me away if it saves you. Her crest synced to his pulse, steady thrum. No fear, loyalty raw. Hesh watched. Lance lowered. He hands his fate. Lyra closed her fingers around the token. Metal bit her scales. Jonah's eyes held hers. Trust offered. She clipped it to her crest. Visible. Sergeant Kale stays. Assigned protection detail. At my side. Rule recoiled. Madness. He's bait material. Public channel pinged live. Her words broadcast to the deck. Crew paused. Loaders. Techs. Pilots. Crests flickered. Shock rippling. Jonah nodded once. Rifle up. Copy, ma'am. Hesh barked a laugh. Sharp. Human guards the officer. Bold. Sato chuckled over comms. Doctrine update. Protective pairing standard. Alarms spiked. Infiltrators breached mid-deck. Claws scraped bulkheads. Lyra moved. Jonah matched her stride. Crest blazed in sync. Flank left. Supply bays first. They charged the corridor. Vexari shadows peeled from vents. 4 cloaked, blades extended. Jonah rolled low. Rifle chattered. Burst hit first infiltrator's knee joint. It crumpled. Lyra lanced the second. Crest guided true. Hesh's squad poured in behind. Blue fire crisscrossed. Third Vexari lunged at Lyra. Jonah intercepted. Tackle clean. Knife blocked his forearm. He drove elbow into its throat plate. Crack. Down. Hesh speared the last. Human close work. No waste. Crew rallied. Loaders grabbed tools as weapons. They pushed the breach back. Rule stormed up. Dust from vents coated him. Eyed the token on Lyra's crest. This changes nothing. Fleet demands human intel. Jonah wiped blood from his arm. Ignored it. Infiltrators faint low decks. Real push is engineering. Lyra checked feeds. Confirmed. He's right. Reroute security. Rule hesitated. Crest dimmed. Fine. For now. Sato pinged. Human patrols locked in. No more solo spens. Deck secured. Lyra leaned into Jonah. His hand found hers, fingers laced. Token warmed against her scales. A Shep clapped Jonah's shoulder. Skepticism gone. You fight like us. But better. Not better. Jonah reloaded, humble. Just patterns, teamwork. Lyra squeezed his hand. Crest pulsed gold. Trust forged in fire. Love bloomed quiet. Real, but comms screamed anew. Fleet scale. Vexari dreadnought inbound. Human ship signatures targeted. Rule's face paled. They hunt us. Jonah's eyes hardened. Pulled Lyra close. We adapt. Shadows deepened in the vents. Worse coming. Her choice sealed their path. Together. Or broken. Shells hammered the regiment's forward line. Lyra gripped her console as the deck shuddered. Alarms blared. Vexari artillery locked on their position from the dreadnought's orbit. Suppressing fire! Rule barked over comms. His voice cracked. Hold the line. Lyra scanned feeds. Tracers lit the void. Her crest flickered blue. Frustration. Jonah's squad hunkered in the trench line, pinned. No advance. Jonah? Status? She patched direct. Scraping dirt, love. His tone stayed even. No panic. Building something. Cover me. Hesh's voice cut in. Human, we're exposed. Fall back. Negative. Jonah's breath steady. Trust the play. Scrap incoming. Lyra routed loaders. They shoved heat packs and hull plating toward his position. Shells cratered the approach. One loader dropped. She clenched her jaw. Jonah's token warmed against her scales. Enemy barrage intensified. Sensors screamed. Spotters fed the dreadnought real-time. Rule loomed over her station. Voss Kale, pull him back. He's drawing fire. He's drawing it wrong. Lyra locked eyes. Crest steady. Watch. Jonah dragged scrap to the decoy line. Twisted metal sheets. Heat packs rigged under them. He sparked igniters. Flares bloomed. False heat signatures mimicked troop masses. Smoke canisters popped, salvaged from demo kits. Thick clouds rolled. Vexari shells shifted, slammed the decoy. Realign breathed. Esh whooped. It's working. Fools chasing ghosts. Lyra's console pinged green. Casualties held. Jonah's humility in action. No boasts, just results. Regroup on my mark, Jonah said. Tunnel breach ahead. Esh with me. Rule snarled. Unauthorized maneuver. Lieutenant Tal. Stand down. Commander. Hesh's tone sharpened. He's right. We're moving. Lyra muted Rule's channel. Forwarded Jonah's cords to strike teams. Her hands flew. Trust sealed it. Jonah kicked open a maintenance hatch. Dim lights flickered inside. Squad piled in. Hesh first, then her troops. Air thick with oil and rust. Single file, Jonah whispered. Vexari patrols echo loud. Step light. Hesh gripped her rifle, eyed Jonah's back. Scales prickled. Human moved like shadow. No clank, no waste. Tunnel narrowed. Jonah paused. Hand signal. Enemy ahead. He pulled a marker drone. Tiny, human-sized. Launched it silent. The feed linked to Lyra's console. Drone ghosted forward. Tagged 3 Vexari spotters. Power nodes glowing. Precision strike locked, Lyra confirmed. Firing in 10. Shells still pounded the decoy. Regiment shifted under cover. Rule broke through. Vos Kale, cease this. Targets marked. She overrode. Strike away. Beams lanced from orbit. Nodes vaporized. Spotters shredded. Tunnels shook. Hesh exhaled. Clean kill. Human toy saved us. Not a toy. Jonah checked corners. Tool. Push. They emerged behind enemy lines. Vexari nests exposed. Jonah waved squad forward. Suppressed fire dropped 2. Hosh flanked. Speared the 3rd. Lyra tracked their advance. Pride swelled. Her human. Underestimated no more. Comms buzzed. Sato's voice. Joint doctrine holding. Redirect supplies to Kale's vector. Copy. Lyra punched overrides. Supply shuttle banked hard. Live fire stitched its hull. She rode the controls. Enemy flak burst close. Shuttle bucked. Shields at 40, pilot reported. Drop now. Lyra's voice steel. Jonah's window closing. Pods rained. Hit Jonah's mark. Ammo crates. Medkits. He cracked one open. Redistributed fast. Rule stormed her deck again. You're arming a liability.
Fleet wants him rained. A massive shell rocked the ship. Consoles sparked.
Lyra steadied. He's ending the barrage, sir. Your orders? Rule's crest dulled. Stepped back. Jonah's squad crested a ridge. Spotter nest in sight. Vexari operator hunched over console, relaying cords. Cover, Jonah said. Low crawl. Squad laid fire. He closed, tackled the spotter. Human strength pinned armored limbs. Vexari thrashed. Jonah wrenched its comms gauntlet, forced claw to scanner. Frequency code, now. Knife, at throat plate, Vexari hissed. Claws spasmed, code transferred. Lyra's feeds lit up, barrage codes jammed, shells silenced. Hesh dragged the prisoner. Alive. How? Intel first. Jonah bound it. Patterns. They break same way. Regiment surged, pushed the line. Lyra leaned back. Crest pulsed gold. Jonah's face on screen. Calm, bloodied arm wrapped. He nodded to her. Hand signed. Safe. Sato patched in. Good work, Sergeant. No scapegoats today. Rule watched silent. Crest flickering. Lyra stood, touched her token. Political marriage? No. Fire forged. Love. But alarms wailed anew. Dreadnought closing. Boarding pods inbound. Jonah's eyes met hers through the feed. We adapt. Together. Shadows swarmed the vents. Her choice locked. War's next play demanded everything. Commander Rule slammed his palm on Lyra's console. Arrest that human now. Insubordination. Arming without clearance. Lyra's crest flared red. She blocked his path to the security feed. Jonah's image flickered there. Rifle raised toward venting shadows. Boarding pods hammered the hull. Sir, the codes he captured ended the barrage. Proof on your pad. Rule snatched it. Scanned the data dump. His eyes narrowed. Stolen under duress doesn't authorize weapons. Fleet Command revoked his liaison status. He's a liability. Explosions rattled the deck. Vents hissed steam. Lyra gripped her token. The woven band from their political union. Enemy inbound. Jonah's squad holds the ridge. We need him. Rule signaled security. 2 armored guards burst in. Rifles trained on the feed. Sergeant Kale, stand down. You're under arrest. Jonah's voice crackled over comms. Calm. Copy. Standing by, sir. But his eyes locked on Lyra's feed. He waved his squad forward. Shadows stirred in the background. Rule sneered. See? Defiant. Cuff him at the airlock. Lyra stepped between the guards. Negative. He's my bonded partner. Political alliance ratified by Admiralty. Stand down. Rule's crest pulsed gray. Bonded to a primitive, this war doesn't tolerate sentiment. A bulkhead groaned. Red lights flashed. Boarding confirmed. The AI droned. Vexari commandos. Forward sections. Guards hesitated. Lyra jabbed her pad. Transmit the codes fleet-wide. Verify. Rule froze, then nodded curtly. Data beamed out. Consoles pinged acknowledgments. Silence from the barrage guns outside, but screams echoed down the corridor. Blaster fire popped. Command post breached. Hashtal barked over comms. Commandos in the vents. Jonah. Glass shattered behind Lyra. Vents exploded inward. 3 Vexari commandos dropped, claws gleaming, plasma rifles spitting. Rule dove behind a console. Guards fired wild. One went down, chest smoking. Lyra yanked her sidearm. Fired. Missed. A commando lunged at her, claws raking air. Jonah crashed through the hatch. Already there, rifle barked twice. Headshots. Precise. The lunging Vexari crumpled. He grabbed Lyra's arm, pulled her behind an upturned table. Stay low, room by room. Rule peeked out. You! How did you? Adapting, sir. Jonah reloaded.
Smooth.
No pause. He tossed a grenade down the hall. Flash bang cracked. Screams followed. Security guard groaned, clutching his leg. Jonah knelt. Applied tourniquet from his kit. Tight, efficient. Hold pressure. Lyra covered the door. Heart pounded. Jonah's calm washed over her. No bravado, just action. 2 more commandos breached the adjacent office. Jonah rolled into the hall. Fired from the hip. 1 dropped. He closed on the second. Tackled it mid-charge. Human muscle pinned armored bulk. Elbow smashed helmet seal. Vexari spasmed. Jonah wrenched its rifle away. Used it to club the third emerging from the vent. Blood slicked the deck. Jonah dragged the live one back. Bound its claws with zip ties from his vest. Intel. Pod launch codes. The Vexari hissed. Claws twitched. Jonah pressed boot on its throat plate. Now. Code transferred. Lyra's pad lit up. Heshtal squad piled in. Blasters leveled. Clear left, clear right, Jonah echoed. He nodded to Hesh. Your vents are mapped. Flank next. Hesh stared, crest wide. You predicted their drop points? Patterns. Jonah wiped blood from his brow. No smile. Just facts. They cluster heat vents. We jam them. Rule stood. Crest flickering. This doesn't change. Alarms peaked. Dreadnought tractor lock. Secondary pods launching. Jonah met Lyra's eyes. Hand signed. Protect you. She nodded. Fired at a claw probing the vent. Hit. Security reinforced. But Rule grabbed his comm. Fleet. Detain Kale on sight. He's rogue. Lyra's blood chilled. She seized the main broadcast console. Overrode it. All stations. Sergeant Jonah Kale captured enemy pod codes, transmitting now. Verify before detaining. Data flooded the fleet net. Pings confirmed. Pods veered off track. Tractor groaned. Failing. Rule whirled. Voss Kale. Mutiny? Survival, sir. Lyra faced him, crest steady gold. He saved your command. Stand down. Hesh lowered her weapon. He's right. Patterns match their siege doctrine. Saved my squad twice. Captain Sato patched in from the human frigate. Joint ops protocol. No scapegoats. Kale's cleared. Rule's shoulders slumped. Crest dulled to ash. He stepped back. Silent. Hull shuddered. Last pods splashed harmless. I chimed. Threat neutralized. Jonah holstered his sidearm. Offered Lyra his hand. Regroup point. Fleet rally. She took it. Warm. Steady. Guards parted. Hesh saluted. First time to a human. They walked the corridor. Wreckage crunched underfoot. Crew stared. Whispers rippled. The human held the hall. Lyra stopped at the airlock hatch. Fleet shuttles idled outside. She raised their joined hands. Touched her token to his wristband. By Voss clan right. I claim Sergeant Jonah Kale as partner, protector, bond, eternal. Gasps echoed. Rule watched from the shadows. Crest twitched. Jonah squeezed her hand. No words. Just a nod. Calm eyes. Crew knelt, one by one. Hesh first. Accepted. Sato's voice laughed over open comms. About time. Marines, form up. Lyra's crest burned gold. Political? No. Forged in fire. Love. But shuttle scopes pinged. Vexari reinforcements. Jump signatures inbound. Jonah loaded his rifle. Together, she drew her sidearm. Together. They stepped into the fray. Hull breaches sealed behind them. But Jonah paused at a side console. Hacked a security drone feed. Flankers incoming. Your squad's blind spot. Hesh pivoted. Covering. Lyra watched him move, underestimated. No more. Rule trailed at a distance, muttered into his private calm. Fleet Command answered. Something shifted. Pods rained anew, this wave heavier. Dreadnought guns charged. Jonah pulled Lyra into cover. Your call. Push or hold. She scanned the feeds. Codes jammed half the barrage, but the dreadnought adapted. Push. Claim the ridge. He grinned. First time. Rare. Real. Yes, ma'am. They charged. Blasters roared. Trust sealed in lead. And loyalty. Enemy lines buckled. But a shadow detached from the dreadnought. A Leap Vexari hunter-killer squad. Straight for the command shuttle. Jonah spotted it first. Incoming elites. Armored heavies. Lyra's heart raced. Her mate in the open. War's unfair play. He shielded her again. Rifle up. I've got you.